Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitabugHandmades.com, and thank you so much for joining me for another tutorial. Today's project features two of our new Halloween stamp sets from the new holiday catalog. We're using the Spooky Fun stamp set for our sentiment, and we're using the Cookie Cutter Halloween set for our image, and we're going to use this cute little mummy down here. I love this set. If you have not gotten this, I highly recommend it. It is adorable. So let me show you what today's project looks like. Okay, so here's today's project. I absolutely love how this card turned out, and this card is actually serving double duty for me. I'm using this card. I designed it as my swap card. I'm participating in a swap this month, so this is my swap card, and this is also going to be my team make and take card for this month. So this month, if you are on my team, I'm starting something new where each month I will be offering a make and take that I will be sending to you guys, and we will make the project together. I'll film this video and we'll get to make the project together, and you'll have the kit for the supplies, and all you'll need are the two stamp sets. So for this one, you'll need the Cookie Cutter Halloween and the Spooky Fun stamp set if you want to make them exactly the same as I did. Otherwise, you can kind of change it up if you'd like to. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how to make this really cute card. Okay, so if you're on my team, then you will be receiving a kit from me in the mail that looks like this. Some of you may have already received your kit. If you haven't, you should receive it in the next day or so. I'm really excited about this. I think this is going to be really fun for us each month. So I've already gone ahead and cut everything for you, and die cut and embossed. So everything is ready to go. I'm just going to set some pieces aside, and I'm just going to leave out the Whisper White pieces so that we can do our stamping. Okay, so this piece of Whisper White is cut at 4 by 4, and then this is a 1/2 inch strip for our sentiment. So I'm just going to set that aside, and we're going to start with this piece. And what I'm going to do is bring in my Smoky Slate ink, and I'm also bringing in one of our Stampin' Sponges, and I'm just going to ink this sponge up, and I'm going to sponge just all over this little square piece. And there is no right or wrong way to do this. I'm just sponging everywhere, and you'll see why in a minute. And I'm going kind of in a circular motion here. Okay, I think that should be enough. Put that away. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my basic black archival ink, and I'm going to bring in that little mummy stamp from the Cookie Cutter stamp set, and I'm going to stamp him right on top of where I did that sponging. And the reason I did this is I wanted him to have kind of a dingy look. I didn't want him to look just like a solid white. Let's stamp him right here. And I also wanted it to be uneven. I could have just stamped on Smoky Slate, but I wanted it to be kind of uneven. I love that. That is perfect. Okay, so we can set him to the side, and then we'll go ahead and stamp our sentiment on this piece. And we're stamping Trick or Treat, again in the basic black archival ink. And I'll just stamp it. I gave you a bigger piece than you actually need. Stamp in the center. Perfect. Okay, so that's all we need for stamping. So now I'm going to bring in the Cookie Cutter Builder Punch, and I'm going to punch this little guy out. Just line it up here. So you will also need this punch as well, since he doesn't come pre-punched for you. Okay. All right. All right, so now what we can do is let's start kind of assembling some of our pieces here. So I'm going to bring in, move this out of the way. I'm going to bring in this piece. I embossed this basic black piece for you guys using the Woodland embossing folder. That looks like this, okay? And this is cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4. Since this is embossed, I'm going to use fast fuse on all 4 sides just to be sure that this doesn't lift up on my card base. And for the card base, I used Whisper White thick cardstock. So I'm just going to put this right here in the center. Okay, so this is Whisper White thick cardstock. I've already scored that for you as well. So this was a piece of 8.5-inch cardstock, and I have cut it down to 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. Okay, so there's that. Now you've got 3 die cut circles here. So we're going to start with the largest one. This piece is cut from our new Halloween Nights Designer Series paper, and I punched this out using my 2-inch circle punch, and we're going to add it this way on the card, and you want the lines to be horizontal. Okay, so I'll just put this right about here. Okay, then I punched out an 1 3/4 silver glimmer paper circle here, and we'll just put that right about here. Okay, then I've got a piece of our vellum cardstock. I punched this out. Oops, no, this was 1 1/2 inches. Excuse me, this is 1 3/4 inches, and I'm just going to put adhesive towards the top, and then we'll put this right about here. And you won't be able to see this adhesive once we put the little mummy on top. Okay? All right, so what we're going to do now is take our little mummy. I'm going to flip this over. I'm just going to add some adhesive fast fuse on the back. Then you've got a piece of our basic black metallic thread also in your kit. I'm going to take that thread and just wrap it around my hands 4 times, if I can get 4 out of what I've cut here. Yeah, okay, I was able to get more than that. Okay, that's great. All right, so once you've got that wrapped around, you just want to kind of pinch it together in the middle. There we go. And then stick that in your adhesive. There we go. So that kind of hangs over the edge here of our mummy. Get that little piece in there. There we go. Look how cute. So he looks like that. So cute. Love this little guy. Then I'm going to take some dimensionals. Okay, so now we can take the backings off. And we can add this little guy down. I'm going to put him right about here. There we go. So cute. And I think it's kind of cute how some of that metallic thread hangs over the edge. It's very cute. Okay, so now I'm going to take this piece and I'm just going to cut this down. And then what I want to be able to do is tuck this behind my little mummy, but I want to push it all the way to the T. Okay, so I think I cut it down just enough. I want it to push this T all the way up to the vellum piece, so that works out perfectly. Okay, next I want to just flag the ends. Okay, so I flagged the ends there with my scissors, and now I'm just going to add a little fast fuse. And we'll just pop this behind, and I'm using the lines from this orange die cut circle to help me keep my sentiment straight. So we'll just put that right about there. And there's our cute little card. I love, love, love this card. I think it is so cute. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's project. I absolutely love how this card turned out. If you are interested in finding out more about joining my team, I will have a link below the video in the description notes so you can learn more about that. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment below or email me at quitabughandmaids@gmail.com. I also have all of the measurements and all of the products that I used today for this project over on today's coordinating blog post, which is also linked below the video in the description notes. And you can purchase any of these supplies that you saw me use today. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you again real soon. Bye now.